Okay, I think we're back. Let me make sure it's going the right direction. Get onto my page. There we go. All right. I could never do the video. Well, if I had to, I guess. I could never do the video with it being sideways like that. First off, I get so many complaints for those rewatching. So welcome. Come on in. Let's see who all's going to be here tonight to join us. When I say I can never do a video going sideways, a Facebook Live, when I turn these into videos and I post them, you won't believe the one, I did change it to go, long ways on one of my videos, and when it uploaded to YouTube, it didn't. It was the sideways view. I couldn't tell you how many people commented on that. Hello, Kathy. I think you're the first one here. I don't see nobody else. Tonight I am drinking bubbly sparkly water, lemon sorbet. It's rather nice. So when I came up here, my sewing machine was in my stamping space, and I had forgot because I have to finish up a quilt I'm making. So I had to move that. I dropped my bubbly water. It actually has a dent in it. Had to clean up my desk. I had to bend over to pick up something, and I whacked my head not only on the one side but the other, from the corner of the desk and the other desk. And then I went to pick up the bubbly water, and I opened it, and it spurted all over the place. It's like, oh, and then when I came on for the first time for the video, it was going the wrong direction. So I'm like, okay, is that things in threes and now I'm good? I hope so. So welcome everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, Kathy, Sherry, Fran. Hello. We're going to be getting groovy tonight. And you may be wondering, Sue is losing her mind. Well, yeah, I kind of am too. But let me reach behind me here. The other day, I was doing embroidery, and I made this cute little, this is my embroidery basket of projects. I made this cute little notebook. Let me open it, show you. So, cute little notebook on my embroidery machine. And I love the van. And I also made this, which goes over your book. And it has a little pocket here, so you could use it in a journal, anything like that. And I also made a keychain. Isn't that cute? And I also made, well, this is supposed to be a badge holder, but you could use it for anything. And aren't they super cute? I'm going to leave this one out, because there might be a reason why I'm leaving that one out. But, so after I made those, was that last week or I don't know when it was, I kind of was feeling, tie-dye-y, groovy kind of feeling. So that's where this whole idea came about. So if you like this, this is really cute. Stick around. Stick around. Stick around. So I hope you're all doing well. We got a couple more people in here. Comedy of errors. Yeah, really. So, spiral die. How many of you own the spiral die? I do not believe it's retiring. I believe it's sticking around. I had to be very careful in my planning tonight as to what I was going to use, because I didn't want to use product that wasn't still available. I'm also going to incorporate, because this has no greetings, I'm going to use the go-to greetings. And I believe this one's hanging around too. Somebody can, tell me otherwise, but I believe it is. This is my go-to for greetings, hence the name probably. So I'm going to be using that. And unfortunately, our Stamparatus is no longer available, but I know many of you have purchased it before. So I know I'm in good company with that. If you haven't, you missed out on a great little machine, and unfortunately, you'll probably find it online, and it's going to cost a lot of money. But I didn't introduce myself. My name is Susan Timchak, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And if this is your first or multiple times being here, then thanks so much for stopping by. So I thought I would start off with a simple project, just to show you how this die works, in case you're not familiar with it. So I am going to use my Stamparatus. And I like to put the stamp set underneath here to give you some stability. And I'm going to use, I probably should get a new paper, but I'm going to use this second line where the inch is. I'm going to align up my, I think I have it upside down. No, I have it right side. My stamp right there in that corner and in that corner. So in case it moves, I'm going to close this up and let's get started, shall we? So let me show you the card, the first card, because I also feel patriotic. And it was just my son's birthday on Wednesday, and he's really into the American flag and the whole thing. So when I was designing it early this week, I thought, well, you know what? It's his birthday. It's 4th of July coming up, Memorial Day, Labor Day, all those holidays. And I felt a little patriotic myself, so I thought, let's start with that. And I'm going to need your help with this, because I'm going to need you to help me decide what color to use. So I'm going to start with my basic white. And I'm going to align up my paper right in that same spot, right in that corner. And you know, everything I do is crooked. Oh, you know what I want to do first, though? I want to just add a little smidgy of some tape to kind of hold it. Oh, where are we at here? We're right there. I have to try to remember where I'm at. Okay. I'm going to press it down. So now it should stay there. We can't use the magnets because, as you see, this stamp, and I trimmed mine down quite a lot, this stamp is the same size of a card front. So let's start, let's see, let's do the Starry Sky first. So I'm using Starry Sky, and I'm using Sweet Sorbet, and neither one of these colors are leaving. So you're going to take your ink pad right to your stamp. Now we're using a Stamparatus, so if you don't get it done the first time the way you like it, that's no worries. Whoops. And I'm going to use my Chucky tool. And if you don't know what this is something that Fran made me. Fran is here in the group, and it's a candle lid. And she filled it with purple, sprinkly things, because she knows I like purple, and a piece of cardboard glued to the bottom. And this helps you, rather than you ever see demos, they're pressing and pressing. This helps you to give a nice little glide across the stamp backing. So let's see how we did. Okay, not as good as I want it to go. So I'm going to go ahead, and I can still see that there's ink on there, but I'm going to add some more. Now you do want to make sure that your ink pad is very wet and perhaps has just been re-inked. And I always tend to get my fingers in the ink. So we're going to go ahead and do this again. And it doesn't have to be perfect, so do not worry about being perfect. Let's see how we did. Okay, that's better. Let me try to press a little bit more in the center. Oh, and I know why. I have my extra pad in here. hold on. Hold on the phone. Oh, it has sticky on it too. All right, well, we're just gonna leave that for now. Let me just, let me just do. Okay, that looks better to me. Now I'm gonna have to fix this because that's why I'm not getting a good image. I must have done this on the other side. Okay, so there's this pad that you use for photopolymer, and when you're using the red rubber ink, you don't want to use that. You don't need that extra padding because, let me just press this again. Oh, that should be better. Because of the fact the red rubber stamp already has padding on it. So let's see how we did. Oh, that looks good. What do y'all think? So now I'm going to take a chamois. I cut my chamois. I have a few of them. I cut them. And one word of caution, this blue ink is really intense. So I have a few chamois that I'm going to use. I know, squeaky, squeaky, right? And never fails. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to turn it 180 degrees, which is 90 and 90. So basically upside down. And I'm going to align this up. Now don't worry, you see how my edge, I have this cut 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Let me push up my sleeves. So we're going to be trimming it down. But I like to start off the full size, and then if there's any areas that, you know, need some extra work, could do that. And where's my hand sanitizer? One of the great things that kind of came out of the whole pandemic was all this hand sanitizer, because it works really good with removing the ink, but like I said, that blue ink is very intense. And where's my towel? So unfortunately, it'll have to wash off or do some dishes or something. Take the dishes out of the dishwasher and wash them by hand, right? Okay. All right, let me move this out of the way. Up there. Let me close up the blue ink because that is just a danger waiting to happen. All right, so here we go. We're going to close this. Well, I can see that I'm off a little bit. And like I said, if I am, it's no worries. When I went to close this, I could see. It's no worries because we can go ahead and do it again. And cardstock is cheap, so it's just paper. So if it doesn't turn out perfect, don't worry about it. Yeah, see, we're off a little bit. We are off a little bit. And I didn't get very good inking that time around. Maybe that little pad was better to be there. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I think it's super fun. So I'm going to shuffle this out. So there's our card. So imagine the color combos you can do. Now, this one I did, I thought this would really be cool. Bermuda Bay and polished pink ink. And this is what I came up with. Okay? And this is done on shimmer white. So, I mean, I wouldn't think Bermuda Bay and polished pink would come out like that, but that's what I got with that. All right, so let me clean this off. I'm going to fold, this is the blue side I cleaned. I'm going to fold it inside and clean with this. And we're going to clean this off. And I like to clean it off right away because, you know, I'm going to go to use it again and I'm going to forget and think I cleaned it, and here I didn't. And I would recommend do not use baby wipes. Okay, I know a lot of you do. All right, let me put this somewhere. A lot of you do, what happens with that, let me get another one. What happens with the baby wipe is it leaves fibers behind. So if you're noticing that, you know, your stamps aren't stamping the way you like them to, they might have fibers left from when you were using a baby wipe. So either use the chamois or the Stampin' Scrub, which I'm going to have to start using that again. Okay. Now let me clean here. I see some red. Now the good thing about these plates is when I'm done, I can pop them right off and go rinse them under the faucet and clean them nicey. Nicey, nicey. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll finish up the card. All right, so I need help for you all to help me. So we see how the blue card background looks. So I have the sorbet color too, and I'm trying to decide, so this is going to get layered on there. Should I use the blue again or should I use the sorbet? Let me know down in the comments what you think. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and, that's for the inside, and trim this down. So this I'm going to go, let's see, I'm going to do this. So let me know your choice down below in the comments. Should we make this one different than the other one or make them both the same? I'm all about different. Oh, all about different. I think. Okay, there we go. All right, let me grab a drink and then I'll see what you all said. Okay. I don't see any comments. Oh, there they are. Sorbet, sorbet. Hi, Kay. Hi, Betty. It is a great military card. Hello, hello, hello. It looks like the sorbet is going to win this time. All right. Sorry, Starry Sky. Okay. So let me, which one of these is the new one? Yeah, I started a new one, but I never remember which one. Okay. And I'm looking to see, because I've been using a lot of my shimmer white because, oh my gosh, this is the shimmer white, I think. Nope, maybe not. I've been using a lot of my shimmer white because I know it's retiring and I love it so much, so I want to use it all. So now you can do it this way or you can do it that way, totally up to you, however you want to do it. But this is a quick card. I know you guys that do cards for the military, this might be one that you may be interested in creating, because you can just use the Stamparatus and just keep going and going and going. Alright, let me get my bone folder. So it's a very simple card, but I love it. Okay, so I took the, one of my favorites, I know I probably use them every week, and look at this thumb. Well, it's going to probably get worse before the night is done, but that's okay. Stylish shape dies. Love these dies. They work perfectly for a lot of the sayings. So I stamped the little happy birthday, and I'm going to use dimensionals to raise it up. I want the big ones. And I have been, for 2 days now, in my craft room, cleaning, going through stuff. Well, not really cleaning, but going through stuff and tossing a lot of stuff that, you know, has seen better day. And I'm finding a lot of stuff. So I am thinking I need to do a massive, big sale. Okay, I found these in my stash. I don't know, left from Paper Pumpkin maybe. So I'm going to use them. I've been using up a lot of the things that I have. And just because they just need new homes. So let me know if you're in the area or maybe even outside the area. Where am I going to put this one? I'm going to put it on a blue, I guess. Okay. Because I really need to get rid of this stuff. And if you're in the area, I could do an open house where you could come and shop and get clearance items. If you're from away, you know, as long as you don't mind paying shipping, I don't have a problem with shipping things to you. If there's something in particular, retired product, and all has to be retired product. I would love for you to have some of my retired product. So here's the 2 cards. I think no matter what color you use, it works. And I know in the past we've used navy and those colors, but I really think that the Starry Sky and the Sweet Sorbet work well together for red, white, and blue cards. So that's my first card. Very basic, simple card. All right, let's move on to our next card. Okay. So now this one is a little bit more. You see the tray coming out, and I know a lot of you are like, oh no. And you know what? I'm like, okay, there it is. I'm like, what did I do with my heat tool? Never clean up before you have to do a live. Because before I started, I'm like, okay, where did I put my Stamparatus? You know, and I remember placing it somewhere, and then I was like, okay, where did I put my iPad? Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, it is a mess. Okay, here's our next card. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Do you love this one? This one was another demo, and I don't remember who it was because I have no more memory. But I thought it was super fun and definitely something to create for all of you. So let me get my packet out. And again, I used the Happy Birthday from the, what did I say the name of that is? Go-To Greetings. And again, the shaped dies. I'm going to use some rhinestones on this one. I have a basic white base. Well, rhinestones are those. I haven't decided. Now, I need your help in this one, too. So, should I use the Bermuda Bay or the Pink Passion? I need your help again. So, you all write down below what I should use. I like doing that because you know what? It takes the pressure off of me, right? Right. Okay, so while you're all trying to make your decision, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Stamparatus again. And I'm going to place my black. We're working with black cardstock this time. I bet I had you fooled. I bet you thought that we were working with white cardstock. But nope, we're doing black cardstock. Okay, let's see the comments here. Isn't that cool? So if you don't have this, you could still get it. It is in the new catalog. Bermuda Bay, Bermuda Bay, Bermuda Bay. All right, you got it. You got it. Make sure I cut it right. Sorry, Pink Passion. You got to go over there with Starry Sky. All right. So, can you all see? I feel like I'm kind of far down. All right, so this time we are going to use Versamark. And you all know, where's my stamp pad? You all know Versamark is great for embossing. It's also great to give you a watermark because it's a pigment type ink. And you see how it's sticky? So if you've not used it before, don't think there's something wrong with it. That's how it is. And because of the fact that we're using the Stamparatus, if we don't get it done stamped the right way, we can go and do it again. And I want to see how it's going to show up this time. I may put that pad back underneath. Yeah, see, I'm putting that pad back underneath. I think I had better pressure. Open it, stuck again. Ugh. Okay, let's put that back underneath. Let's put this back in the corner. Let's put this back here. And we'll see how well I did in lining it up. I'm going to put that back in. I'm going to break the rules. Yep, looks good. Okay, we're going to add more Versamark because it's a whole one area. And I think some of my ink pads, I'm starting to work on re-inking them. And I think this might be one that needs it because I've been using it a lot. All right, let's try this again. So how many of you have the Stamparatus? Yeah, I'm going to do this on the back. Being it's stuck. And if I get any Versamark on the back of the card, it's not going to matter. How about that? Ooh, that looks good. All right, I'm going to close you up and move you on the floor. Okay. So now what we want to do is we are going to use white embossing powder. And we are going to sprinkle the white embossing powder all over this. I need to find a corner to hold on to. All right. And the tray is wonderful for this because this can get really, really messy. And I know if you have not done embossing before, you're thinking, oh no, she's using that whole jar. Well, it's going to go back in, whatever's left over. So don't worry about that. If I could pick it up. And I do have tweezers, but I know you're all yelling, use your tweezers. I'm just too darn clumsy with tweezers. Oh! Telling you, I twanged it across the room. All right, there we go. Now, if you have a little brush or something, you can brush away any areas that aren't perfect to your liking, but I'm not going to worry about it. I could cut on that side. So I'm going to take my embossing gun, and I'm going to let it heat up a little bit. And I know I have a little bit of muck in the center, but we can fix that. Everything's fixable. Now this is going to take a little bit of time, but you will notice when it starts embossing, it gets brighter white. We'll put something here to hold it. Brighter white, there it goes, it's starting in the center, and it gets shiny. So we're just going to emboss the white, kind of like embrace the white. Let me move this on the paper. Embrace the white. And you don't want to do crazy. I see so many people going crazy. I see so many people going so close. Just leave about 1.5 inches and just slowly move it. Because once this heat tool warms up, then the embossing really goes. Because you can see it now. It is really, really embossing. There we go. So we're just kind of going along. It's kind of like a wave of an ocean. You know, it just kind of comes in. It goes along. Like so. I hope you could see it changing. If you can, let me know. Because I started, the first thing I ever did with stamping, how many, 20-some years ago, my first thing was embossing. I embossed everything because I thought it was so cool. I learned a lot. Like I learned you cannot put, you know, stamp it and put the powder on and shake it off and do 100 cards. Because you do have to emboss them pretty soon. Oh, I see the bottom here I missed. Pretty soon after. You can't let it sit because the ink's going to dry. And then what's going to happen is the powder is just going to blow away. So that doesn't work. All right, let me turn that off. Move that over out of my way. Okay. Let me put this back into the jar. And these powder trays are back. So if you're interested in them, it comes in a set. It comes with the tray. It's a little bit different, pretty much the same, a little bit different. It comes with a little brush. It also comes with a pair of tweezers. So if tweezers are your thing, there you go. Okay. I didn't bring my Bermuda bag, so I don't know why I thought you were going to go with that color, but we'll work something out. Okay. All right, so let me get my card base, and I'm going to fold it in the middle. Although, you know what, I think I have them right here, because I'm not getting rid of them. Hold on. Is this Bermuda bag? Yes. There we go. I'm not going to get rid of my markers because I like them. Okay, so we have our Bermuda bag, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and then we need to trim this down. Find my paper trimmer. I'm going to go down here where, you know, it's a little short. 3 3/4 by 5. And we'll do it this side. There we go. Now, if you really wanted it perfect all around, you could do 1/4 off each, you know, that kind of thing, or half of 1/4, whatever the math is for that. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so there was your choice. Good choice, ladies. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. And gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen watching. It looks good. And I was going to wear my, I have a hoodie that is all tie-dye. But let me tell you. So let me get a drink. I have something stuck. Let me tell you, when I say that wearing this, here's my unit that I have to wear. So I have this unit. This is what I wear. When the blue light is on, I'm getting cancer treatment. And it's hooked up to this, which is hooked up to that, which is hooked up to there, which is hooked on sticky things on my head. So you got these wires. And if you're wearing something that's a button up, it's no problem because you could just button it. But when you have to go over your head, you got all these wires. You have this wire thing. You know, part of it is like a telephone wire and the rest of it is this. You got to wrap that through the hole of the neck. And it's just a hot mess. So by the time I get all my other things on, I was like, I'm not putting another darn thing over the top of my head. I'm just going to wear this, which is fluorescent hoodie, because I'm cold all the time now. And that's going to be that. But anyhow, so I'm going to use this checkered ribbon, but I want it to coordinate. So dark Bermuda Bay. You know, I know you've seen me do this before. I'm going to color this ribbon, and I believe this ribbon is carrying over. I love, love, love this ribbon. You can see on here I did it the pink color, but y'all pick Bermuda Bay. So I'm going to do Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to color the ribbon. I think that should be enough. So finally, I am saying finally, my Stampin' Up! Pre-order is supposed to arrive on Saturday. Oh my goodness. I didn't place my order first thing. I was kind of waiting. And I think I'm going to put my happy birthday there. So I think I'll wrap the ribbon here. So, you know, with everything going on with Stampin' Up! Between the pre-order that all the demos were doing. Oh, what am I doing? And the last chance list, which, FYI, it's running. You're running out of time to get any of those items at 60%. Just a few more days is all you have left. So, and don't forget to use the host code. I have a link to, it's an easy link. You just click on the link and it automatically puts in the host code for you. So don't forget that. So I kind of waited to put my order in. You know, this is going to get glued onto here. Like that. Look at that. Cool. So, yeah. Everything was running late. They're finally getting caught up, though, but it's still taking a little bit of time. So just bear with them if you have placed an order and you're waiting. Let me see. I put my order in, I think, on the 10th of April. And the order is arriving Saturday. Now, I didn't do special delivery because I'm not paying like $35 to have something delivered to me quick. Because when it gets here, right? Ooh, I think I'm just going to have enough ribbon here. Just going to tie a knot. So, those of you that are demos that place your order and you got it already, yay! Mine's coming. Okay, let me fix that a little bit. And definitely stick around for the next technique. You're going to love. Finally got mine yesterday. Catalogs are coming May. Oh, great. Well, May's right around the corner. Okay, so I have another one of these. I think I might put it up here just to kind of hide that boo-boo, because there are no boo-boos with stamping. There's just opportunity for embellishment, right? Opportunity for embellishment. Now tomorrow I get to change these arrays. They call them arrays. These, it's like it's in 4 pieces and it has little ceramic discs underneath, and the rest of it is adhesive. And they have to be placed in a certain spot, which actually they just changed mine because it works with where your cancer was located. Am I crooked? Yeah. So they just changed the layout of them, and oh my gosh, it's not something I can do myself. So Ricky's girlfriend, Erin, she comes twice a week to change them for me. God bless her. I'm going to use rhinestones because none of those colors match. And I'm just going to put a couple rhinestones to give it some bling. So tomorrow is array change day. And she did tell me, though, that they have some vacations coming up. So I'm going to need someone that would like to help me out to change the arrays. So if anyone's, you know, wanting to learn a little bit about brain cancer and how this whole Optune unit works, I'd love if you'd like to volunteer. Okay, so here's our card. So what do y'all think? Do you like the pink or you like the blue? I think they're both fun. I like them both. Like them both. So did you think when you first saw this card that it was going to be white embossing on? I know the first time I saw the card, I was like, how'd they do that? But it is so fun. So I love that card. Okay, so we have 2 of them so far. Well, actually 4. I got 1 more to do, though. And this next one is not using the stamp set. It's going to be fun. Okay. You like both? Hi, Lori. Pink. You like the pink? Oh, really, Kathy? Well, I'm going to hold you to that. So I have to touch base with you to see when you're available, that Erin can show you how to do it. Just to place the things on my head. because there's just, I tried it and there was just no way I could do it myself. But anyhow, oh, there's my heat tool in the other basket. I actually have 2 heat tools. Oh, because Stampin' Up! Originally came out with this one, and then they came out with the other one. So I actually had it in the other basket, and I dropped everything. Okay. Next card. You guys are going to love this one. Promise you, you're going to love this one. So we're going to be bringing in some baby wipes. And I know what you're already thinking. You're already thinking, oh, it's the baby wipe technique. Nope. Nope, it's not. It is not. We're going to use some fun colors. We're going to use the Daffodil Delight, the Granny Apple Green, and Coastal Cabana. Look at those colors. I love them. All right. I'm also incorporating the Sending Smiles stamp set along with the dies. Oh my gosh. So I'm not, I think I cut everything out though. I'm gonna get another drink. That is good. All right. So let's get this card going here. Let me show you what I'm making. Now look at this. And I don't know, you can use any colors you want. No problem, give you a call. Okay. Well, if you're available, she comes over Tuesdays and Fridays, 5:30, about 5:36, something like that. So if you're available any of those days, just let me know. Look at this fun card. And I think it is super cute. And it is done. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I did not bring... Where did I put them? I may have to run downstairs for a second because I don't see where I put the main thing I need to do this. Because I cleaned. Okay, I'm not seeing it. Okay, guys, hold on while I run downstairs. I need to get something out of the kitchen to do the card. I'll be right back in a second. Dark out already. Probably when I sit down I'll look over and I'll find it. Okay. I had to take my friend with me here. Okay. Coffee filter. Are you all still there? Ah. Either day works. Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay. Coffee filter. I have sticky on there. Better turn it over. Crumple it up. Then open it up. And then what you want to do is like fan fold it. And I just kind of, hold on. I wonder what I did with the coffee filters that I brought up here. So I'm just fan folding it back and forth. Doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about that. Push my sleeves up. And I wonder if we should do a different color. Coastal Cabana and Daffodil Delight. So I'll do Daffodil Delight first. And you need a baby wipe. Doesn't matter which one. And you want to take your baby wipe and you want to kind of scrunch it up like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it into your ink pad, I know, and you're going to dab it on. And this was another card design I saw from Lisa Freeman. So Lisa, if you're watching, I loved it. Flip it over and do the other side. And yeah, you do have to do the other side. Now keep in mind, this is going to be wet. So if you're planning on doing a bunch of these, this would be really cool with the red and blue. If you're doing a bunch of them, keep that in mind, that you're going to have to put them aside to dry. So I have one done already. Okay, and Coastal Cabana. I think the other one I did the green. I don't know now. Gonna get another baby wipe. And who thinks that, like, when they're in their 60s, they're buying baby wipes, right? Who would have thought years ago we'd be doing that? All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing with this, and you're gonna fill in. Now, if you wanted to go and do multiple lines of it, different colors, you know, you can do that. And if you're worried about your manicure, then put gloves on. I'm not too concerned because I'm not going anywhere. But it does get really wet. All right, let me do a little bit more here. And it kind of spreads out a little bit, but look at the tie-dye look. Turn it over and let's do the back. If the colors bleed together a little bit, that's all right. It's a very forgiving technique. I don't know what you call it. Coffee filter. I don't know. Somebody think of a name. I think I'm going to go with a little bit more yellow here and there. Just to kind of fill in any big spots there is. So what do you think of this? All right, now I'm going to throw these in my trash. Close up my ink pad. And I thought maybe that would help clean my colors off my thumbs, but maybe not. Okay, so then you want to open it up and set it aside to dry. Now, it's very wet, okay? But I have one already done. And let me flip my paper. To this side. So here's one done. So here's the before and the after. I'm going to put that other one aside. I can make another card out of that. So that's the basic technique for doing it. So now let's put our card together. I have my Granny Apple Green card base. Okay, then let me get my other layers. I have the Coastal Cabana. I have one of those layers, and I have the, what was the other color? Daffodil Delight. So those are going to be my layers. And then you have the next size piece, so they're all 1/4 of an inch smaller than one another. Okay, so your basic card, then you have 4 by 5 1/4, then you have 3 3/4 by 5, and then you have, what's the next one? I don't know, I can't think. Well, you know, it's 1/4 smaller each one. So then you're going to take your coffee filter and you're going to cover this. Now, if you want to do this at an angle, if you want to do this up and down, however you want to do it, I think I'm going to do it kind of at an angle and up and down. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use my tape on this technique. I'm going to put tape along the back. Probably going to have to add some more, maybe some liquid glue. Come on. Here we go. Okay. So we're just going to fold this over. fold that over. And fold that down. And it's the back, so you don't have to worry. Nobody's going to see it. What happens here stays here. And I think that's... So there's our card front. Probably could have gone a little tighter with that, but that's all right. And then these are going to get layered together like so. Okay, let's glue. I'm going to use the liquid glue because I don't want the paper to tear. All right. Let's layer this onto the daffodil. Yeah, I could have went a little tighter on my layering on there, but that's all right. Actually, probably, I don't think I'm even going to use that color because I don't like the way it looks. Because I wasn't tight enough when I wrapped. So, you know, I'm just going to use this color. And then I'll have a little bit more of a border. There we go. Oops. I have such a problem with doing things straight and even. I know, it's a problem. Okay. Well, it's basically showing you the technique. The rest of it, you know, you can do as you like. Okay. I really do like the yellow underneath the layers, though. I really think that looks cool. Okay, so there's our card. So now what I'm going to do is I have, with this bundle, there are dies, and the sending has an outside and the inside of the word sending. So what I did is I put it on the adhesive sheets, and this is how it's going to stick to the card. I really wish I had that yellow on there now. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I really like the yellow on there. Let me see if I could tighten this up a little bit. You ever like get your mind set on something and then, you know, it doesn't happen? Let's try this again. I really like the yellow on there. How many of you are like me? You just take something apart because you really wanted something else. All right, let's try this again. Maybe we could squeeze a little bit of that yellow from underneath to show through. Another reason to use liquid glue. There we go. Okay. Am I happy? I don't know. I need some hand sanitizer because now I got sticky glue on me. Oop, no, a little bit too much. All right, let me wipe my hands. The one thing that bugs me is having sticky fingers. Okay, so let me dry my hands off a little more. So I ran it through the adhesive sheets beforehand and then die cut it out. So this way it's easy to peel off the backing. There we go. And be careful, these dies are very delicate. And the other thing is, if there's any remaining pieces, they fall right out. Okay. This will be challenging. All right, so I'm going to put sending. And if you don't press it down all the way, then you're still able to pick it up. Sending. Sending. And I did sunshine to brighten your day. So that is going to go right underneath there. And I did the technique of taking the ink pad and just going along the edge straight like that. So it kind of gives you like the look of another layer. but there's not. Look at the back, even looks cool. Oh, I hear the birdies are tweeting. I went to take Aurora out last night for her final pee stop before we went to bed. And I was by the lilac trees, and there apparently must be a nest in there because this bird came out squawking, scared the crap out of both of us. And it was late. It was like 9:30. And I guess it felt threatened that, you know, we were going to do something to harm their little baby. Oh, here's the inside. I just took the stamp with the little, I used the leaf with the little thingy, like whatever this thing is, and I stamped and then stamped 2 other times. So let me put the center. Tell you, I have been struggling lately. So I was supposed to start my chemo this week, but they put it on hold because my platelets were too low. But they had put me on Bactrim because of, what was the other thing? Too low. My white blood cell count was too low. So they had put me on that. And so we'll see. You have more blood work on, I'm missing a flower. More blood work on Tuesday probably. All right, well, it looks like we're only going to have 1 flower. All right, so we'll tuck it under. Tuck the leaf under. All right, so I already stamped the flower and the leaves. So I'm just going to glue that onto there. Come on. I hear the birds out there now tweeting, tweeting, tweeting. Let me see where I could hide that. Oh, my thing was a little too far down. Okay, we'll put it there. Put it there. Okay. So I'm going to use some of the tiny dimensionals. And they had told me originally Monday they're coming because there's a mobile lab that comes to do my blood work. So I got, because you know they tell you it's like the like when you have the cable person coming, they'll be there between 7 and 2. So I get all up and ready and dressed, and I'm waiting. Finally, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they call. They said, "Oh, okay, it's the mobile lab. We'll be there tomorrow." And I said to the girl, "I thought you were coming today." "Oh, no. Because I was supposed to start the chemo on Tuesday, pending the blood work." I'll tell you, I guess I can't complain because they do come to the house. Otherwise, how would I get there? These off. So when the girl came, I said, "You know, they originally told me Monday." She goes, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, because of my chemo supposed to start depending on the blood levels." She goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "Well, it's not your fault." I said, "You come when they tell you." Okay. All the backings are still stuck on. Okay, now how did I say I was going to do that? This way? That way? Tear some of this off. And then I'm going to cut it off. There's that little birdie out there tweeting. There we go. Okay, now Wink Estella would be wonderful on there. Now the sending, there is a little dot for the eye, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to use these classic matte dots, and I take your pick tool and I'm going to put one of these for the dot for the eye. And then I found these in my laying around, probably from Paper Pumpkin, and I really like them, so I thought let's add some of those to add a little bit of, I didn't want to add any more color, but it just adds a little bit of iridescent. I'm going to use 5 iridescent bling. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, there we go. That was painful to watch, especially because I had to go run down to the kitchen. Okay, so here was the original one. Of course, you know, it took me probably an hour to make this one, but, and here is this one here. If I find my other flower, I'll stick it on there, but anyhow, and here's the inside, that little flower, and that one. All right. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at everything that I demoed for you tonight. So we had the, let me make sure I'm in the camera here. We had the fun coffee filter card. And our little red and blue card, and then the black card with the white embossing powder. Can't tell if I'm in the picture here until it gives me a minute here. So what do y'all think? You like these? Are they fun? I think they're fun. Okay, so I do have a giveaway tonight, so if you stay to the end, you're in luck. So in the beginning of the demonstration, I shared with you this fun keychain, and it has a snap on here that you can use to kind of make you feel groovy. So I'd like to give that away to somebody, and I'll send you a groovy card to go with it. So if you would like to be entered to win, what I need from you is to know who wants to be, and I'm looking for a pen, who would like to be entered. If you'd like to be entered, then this isn't the right kind of paper though. It's a sticky note. Then say me, I guess. I guess we could do me. Here's some sticky notes here. I'll tell you, I'm just not prepared tonight. All right. Love them. Beautiful, fun card. Me, Kathy. All right. Betty. Sherry. Lori. Anybody else? I'll fold this down. I got Lori, Sherry, Kathy, and if you win it and you don't like it, then give it to somebody. Betty, pass it on. Just going to fold down because these are sticky notes. Anybody else? Last call. Let me fold them up. So I did make it. If you don't know, I do machine embroidery. So I did make it on my embroidery machine. It was a lot of fun to make. And if you're not following me, come on over my Facebook page, Stitchin' with Sue, and see all the fun things I make. Let me just get a cup to put all the names in. Boy, this room's a mess. All right. Well, we only have 4. We have 8 people here, but I guess you don't want to win it. All right. So let's see who the lucky winner is. Let me make sure I got everybody first before I... Where are my comments? Oh, there they are. Oh, there's Fran. Fran, you just got in the nick of time. I didn't see your name before. Okay, Fran. And I'll stick this in the mail tomorrow. I'll put it in the mailbox for the mailman to take tomorrow. Okay. So now, last call. Okay, and the winner is Kathy. Woo! Congratulations, Kathy. A Groovy card and a keychain will be heading your way. So congrats. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, everyone. Well, that is the end of my presentation tonight. I will post pictures of all the cards that I made tonight so that you can check them out again. And I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, Stitchin' with Sue. And, all right. Any more comments? I'm just looking. So cute, fun. Great cards. Oh, there's Michelle. I don't know if she's still here. I see she. Hello, what a fun card. All right. Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. And until next Thursday, well, I will see you next month. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.